Hey there, Hawks. Hey, Saku. How you doing? So I just saw the new Junkrat skin. That's interesting. Pretty crazy. I guess it's they're taking a page from their fallen Junkrat from Heroes and then trying to work him into Overwatch somehow. Cause like the horns make me think of the fallen Junkrat skin on Heroes. I think it's pretty good. It fits him. Like they went really like either. It's just the theme they went this year. It's like animals, then like fantasy, and like summer, winter sports. So I'm kind of like, where it's too. It's too. I don't know what the word is. Like all over the place. There's no coherent theme. I mean, it's winter. It's just all winter, but like last year felt a little more coherent. Minus Sombra. Sombra was just out of nowhere. It was a cool skin, but it was out of nowhere. And hey, Skinner, how you doing? So it was just, yeah, I don't know. It's a little weird. I think it works. Definitely not what I would consider something I would like to. I don't know. It's like, what's consistency? Yeah, of course. I saw Mercy's. I was a little, I was excited until I saw they didn't change the wing feather color. And I'm like, what? Why? Why would you take a skin that's predominantly purple and pink with a little bit of green and leave the feathers yellow, gold, or whatever? It's like, ah. I don't know. I tweeted at Overwatch saying, make it purple or pink. Do it. You won't. No, not. I didn't say that, but it's just like it's freaking. That's it. All right, I'm gonna go to the actual tweet. Like, what? It's so much purple and pink with green, like teal rather. So it's so like, just stick with the color. It throws me off so much. I'm so upset about this. If enough people cry about it, it's not like it's gonna be a tough fix, you know? The thing though is that I think like the Hanzo thing was just because they had to fix it anyway because they fucked up the portrait. So They might change it. They might. Eh. The gap between the hair and the beard and shaved part was a little weird, and like it was kind of silly that they made it gray. But overall, the skin wasn't what bothered me. The skin was not what bothered me. It was that Play-Doh portrait. Like, how... Oh my god, I've ranted about that specific thing too many times. Hey there, follow Kana. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. It feels like my emote work might be a little underwhelming. Then again, if I'm not working on emotes, I work really slow, so it's sort of a kind of a back and forth. Actually, though, I think I'm kind of slow with emotes too. I'm just slow all around. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I usually like to try to keep things chill in here. It's anything but chill when I'm playing Overwatch, though. And I only play quick play too, so it's like even more why? Why is it not chill when you play Overwatch? Sort of feels bad though. I was at one time I was considering streaming competitive Overwatch, but the internet that I was hoping to get turned out to not be as good as I thought, because it was like I'm using it right now to stream drawing, and it's fine drawing. But when I want to play Overwatch, I get packet loss and drops, and like I will get no regs on heals when I'm playing on. I'm like, okay, how to no reg a heal? The eyebrows too thick. Ugh. Okay, I'm just gonna go with the paper thin eyebrows. No, they don't look good like this. Yeah, I have. They know that the satellite internet is not that great because of the fact that there are too many people on it for the density. So the saturation is not quite enough to handle like consistent internet. Can't stream on it too well. For gaming anyway. I do because, I mean, sometimes I just want to play Overwatch and I don't feel like drawing. So I will play quick play and stream, play with my friends, rage at the randoms and it's not actual satellite internet. What it is, it's an antenna from the top of my building to a tower that's about half a mile away. And the problem with that is, well, I could have a bird fly in between me and the tower, and then my signal will get a packet loss, you know? Like, there goes a packet right there just because a bird flew in between me and the tower. It's alright, it's okay. With the state of competitive now anyway, I would not ever want to. I don't want to try to grind out the ladder. It's just ugh. The satellite is the better option. The landline is really bad because all the hardware is old. So I really don't have a better option until the satellite internet finally manages to lay the new fiber optic to where I live. It's about they are laying the lines down to the cross street I'm at, but it's a block over. So I don't know when they actually plan on bringing it over to my street, my corner specifically, because they're laying the lines only for the convenience of the students that are nearby, because there's 2 schools that are down the street from me, and all of the housing runs all the housing runs down the street that is a block over. So, I mean, eventually the guy would like to lay some lines that are more accessible to the residents around the school, but you know, it's fine. I mean, like, I can still play the game. I just can't play to like the best of my ability, or at least it feels like that. But then again, I'm really not that good. Like, the best of my ability is like not really much better than what I have now, because it's like I have a decent machine when I'm like, I can play pretty well and whatnot. I can play like a lot of games at high quality if I'm not streaming. And like, I have a really good monitor now. And the monitor helps, but at the same time, it's like I was never very good at aiming to begin with, so now it just comes down to me practicing. Hey Fury, I'm working on your GG emote right now. Yeah, my new monitor is pretty pog. It's amazing. It's an expensive monitor, and oh my god, I'm just trying to get this line to arc the right way, and I can't get it to because my hand's so unsteady. Order a new one. Oh my god, heck no. Oh, you ordered a new one. Okay, cool. Cool. Hey, Allie. Hey, Gilgamesh. Anyway, yeah, Fury. I'm pretty much working on just your emotes right now, because you have so many and you were next up. I'm not really sure who else is up. Oh, that was a mistake. I hit the wrong button. Oh, 60 hertz, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I was playing Mercy, so I didn't really need to have more than... I don't need the 144. It doesn't really make that big a difference for Mercy player, but for other heroes, yeah. It's kind of funny though, like, when I first got the monitor and I was playing, I was like, ooh, I noticed such a huge difference in the moment. Now I'm kind of like, now my eyes have gone back to basically not being able to see anything. So it's like, well, that was nice when it lasted. Now I'm kind of back to where I was, and I'm playing like poo again. Or I was always playing like poo, but now I can... Now I'm just back to playing like poo and not seeing things anymore. Alright. I need to get to practicing my aiming. A friend of mine recommended that I use the CSGO training room and just like just get better at aiming in that, and just make sure I adjust it so the sense is similar to what I have, and or the sense is the same as what it is in OW, and yeah. I don't have to actually play the game, but using the training room will actually, like she said, that's one of the tools that really helped her aiming, and I'm like, okay, I will try. Whether or not it works out remains to be seen. Because the thing is that I know I can get better with aiming if I practice. The problem is I have to practice a lot. I have to practice a lot. It's too much time. It's because it's like I have to take care of other things, so it's kind of, when can I actually practice aiming? Never. But yeah, like overall, I mean, I've been practicing a little bit of mechanics in the like in the practice range. So like I think I've finally found the sense that will work best with me. I think. The problem is I'm just too inconsistent. My muscle memory kind of is going all over the place. Oh, that's good to hear, Scale. Just make sure you're all hydrated up and you got food and everything. You don't just sit and play for 24 hours. It's extremely bad for your health. Because I know that I cannot physically stay awake longer than like 30 hours or so. My body will force me to shut down by that point. Like all of the marathons that I've done to grind to max level and WoW has been pretty much proof of the fact that I am unable to actually stay awake. So every time a new expansion comes out and they want to grind their way up to max level, I'm up with my husband and I'm like one of my mutual friends. Like the three of us tend to always used to anyway, not anymore. Like we don't play games together so much anymore. If we find a game that the three of us play, usually it's just the three of us doing stuff together. So we'll be what's the word? We'll be grinding out whatever, but like come around maybe 10 hours in, I'm getting kind of loopy or whatever, and they're still, I mean, they get loopy too, but they keep on going. So then rolls around like hour 24 or something, and I'm like, I need to sleep. I can't stay awake, and I will crash for a full 8 hours, and then I'll wake up and they're still awake. They haven't gone to sleep. That's one thing though that I should probably do before running into competitive is actually warm up, because the last two times I've gone into doing competitive placements, I never warmed up for the before the game, so I'm just kind of like la la la. I'd be like, oh crap, I did a dumb thing. I'm sorry. Even though it's Mercy, you don't really need to like warm up on Mercy. I still need to like get my brain into the right mode, because I'll play like a bot for the first game or two, and I'm like, I probably should have done a warm up game. It's not so much for hero. It's not so much for the hero you're playing. It's just to warm up your brain so you're ready to actually think. Yeah, sorry, no song requests. I haven't had a chance to check out the whole thing with music. But I mean, like, I know there are streamers that are just always using whatever song request music comes out, and they seem to be okay with that. But for now, at least for me, I don't really want to risk getting in trouble. So I'm leaving it with the just the no copyright sounds. And I mean, after I finally managed to look up what's going on with that, it might be a really long time though, because I'm pretty bad at remembering to check up on things like that. Mainly because, like, I mean, yeah, streaming's important to me in order to, like, I get that time to interact with you, like my viewers and stuff, but it's still secondary to like just everything else in my life. It's okay. I mean, I can't keep a consistent schedule unless this ends up becoming like the main thing that I do for work per se, you know? And since I don't think it ever will be, it's just gonna be a secondary thing. So I mean, I try, you know. It's difficult though because I can't do that unless, I mean, I have people to talk to in chat. Because when chat is either too fast or dead, I can't make conversation. Because there are times when the chat's moving too fast and I actually won't be able to follow it at all. And I feel kind of like, oh well, oops. Well, thanks. Appreciate it. my rank in Overwatch? Diamond? It decayed to 3k. I didn't do anything after placements. It's generally what I do. I'll place and then I'll let my account decay and then never bother. I mean, so as you practice, it's like the way I see it with Overwatch. There's nothing stopping someone from being able to at least get to Diamond. I mean, you can one-trick your way up to Diamond and hold it very easily. Because the whole reason up to Diamond, you can get up to that with just game sense. Or vice versa. You either game sense or mechanics. If you excel in at least one of them, you can get to Diamond very easily. When you're in like Masters, you kind of need to be at least Diamond level in one and then like Masters level in the other. You know, you have to basically kind of keep your mechanics and game sense pretty equal, otherwise you won't get past Diamond. Because that's how it is for me. Because I have no mechanics whatsoever, but I have decent game sense. I can play at Diamond level okay. Yeah, generally speaking, like, that's the way I see it for, I mean, it's just the way I see it for a lot of players. And then there are a ton of people in Plat who think they're god level and they really aren't because they're lacking in one of those. And it just hurts my head when they think that they belong. Yep. This is for Fury. But not, Just pick whichever one is your favorite. You don't need to think too hard about where you want to actually go with your choices, you know? It's just one of those things, like you play what you want and you just get good with it. The only although I say that, but in every MMO situation I've been in, I've always had to eventually go with the support, a healer or something, you know? I was never really able to just stick to playing like what I wanted to in a lot of MMOs because At least not with WoW, because I don't like the hunter class at all. The way it was built. But I like playing bow type classes and heroes in other games that have it. And if they don't have it, well then tough cookies, you know. But regardless, it's like I actually met my husband on an archer type class hero in Ragnarok Online. But anyway, that's normally what I want to do. But in the end, I never get to because I have to play a support. Because it's generally what I tend to be best at. Thanks. But yeah, I mean, this is how it works out for me. I don't know, I want to be good at other things. As it stands in MMOs, I'm, at least in WoW before everything got turned on its head with the reworks of all the classes and skills, I was good at every role. I could tank pretty well, I was a good healer, I was a good DPS, like, I don't know. WoW was a game that I used to think I was good at, and then Legion came, and then I'm just kind of like, no, I absolutely hate everything about this because I don't know how to play the game anymore. Neither. Don't start playing either of them. MMOs are a trap. Don't do it. Hey, Firen, thank you so much for the host. Appreciate it. I love your host. I hope you had a good stream. Big raid. Hey, Firen. Hello, it's Ben again. How are all of you? Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, Slick. Wait, you were starting the speaker. I didn't say hi. I'm so sorry, Slick. You were here this whole time. I'm terrible. I didn't say hi to you. Hey, Octavarium. Well, thanks for stopping by to say hi anyway. Appreciate it. No, she's holding her gun. But you know, okay, you know what? How you hold a pistol? The other hand goes underneath your wrist, but because it's like chibi hands, it's a little awkward to draw it. So I'm making it look like her left hand is holding her right wrist, which is then holding her pistol. I have to simplify her bunny blaster so much. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying earlier, MMOs are a trap. Don't start playing them. If you haven't succumbed to the trap that they are yet, don't let yourself. Hey, good night, Byron. Thanks for the host again. I know MMOs are fun, okay? That's the reason why I got sucked into them. But it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Don't get involved. Save yourself. I played a bunch. I played Terra, I played Blade and Soul, Ragnarok Online, Rift, WoW, Ion. Oh my god, Ion. That one was a disaster. Final Fantasy 14, not 11. Like, oh my goodness, there were so many things I could have done with my time and I didn't because I played so many. Is not worth. The only thing, in my opinion, that is good that came out of my MMO time is the fact I met my husband out of it. That is all, and a couple of good friends of mine. But that's, no, don't, no. I'm telling you, the fact that I met my husband through MMOs is because it's so far-fetched. Back when I met him, That was long before online dating was a thing. Like, my husband and I, you could say, are probably one of the OG online dating couples. You know, like that's how long ago we met. And it's such a low chance really of it ever happening this way. I mean, yeah, I know nowadays a lot of people do. There are quite a few people who propose and got married because they met through Blizzard games. But what I'm saying is that don't bank on it. Yeah, it's still a thing. The only thing is now you got FaceTime and Skype and freaking everything to make it easy to keep in touch with people. Whereas my husband and I, we didn't have that. I don't even know how the hell we got through all the shit that we did. But we did. Imagine that. AOL Instant Messenger, or just instant messengers in general, because we kind of swapped between a bunch of them. Later on, I did letters because my parents were keeping me off the internet. I was not allowed to go near the computer unless it was for something that they asked me to do. Back when you could actually control, you can't go on the internet. Like, without blocking routers shit and all that. Back when they could physically be like, you are not allowed on the computer. And that was it. It's a complicated time, Gilgamesh. Like, I was in my last couple years of college, and I had personal issues I had to work through, and it was like, my parents don't believe in the whole like professional help kind of thing. It's like, if there's a problem, the family can solve it together, kind of, and that's not necessarily a bad mentality. But at the same time, it's like my parents' thinking process in terms of how to fix problems was not the best way. Like, how to fix your personal issues is no, it's not the best way at all. No. Anyway, yeah, it was massively complicated and difficult. Oh, my parents are good at fixing problems. They're brilliant. Both of my parents are absolutely brilliant. The problem came down to the fact that they were trying to adapt to the American life and still trying to keep some of their own, like, we think this is good from our society, we're gonna adopt this, and the blending wasn't really perfect. But regardless of whatever problems I had with my parents are phenomenal people. They'll always be some of the best people that I know. And that's objectively speaking, not because they're my parents. Objectively speaking, they will always be two of the best people that I know. They drive me crazy. But they're good people. Good people. Alright. YouTube, yes, I am still watching. I do not like that they put that in there. Is there a setting that I can switch for that? Hang on, sorry. Okay, never mind. There is no setting for that. It's just gonna be there forever. Times. Both of us were interested in OW when it was announced, because the thing was is that we were kind of tired of WoW, and we were hoping that like the new MMO that Blizzard was coming out with would be the thing that we play next, you know. But in the end, Titan didn't happen. And instead, they were like, yeah, this was... It's like, yeah, okay, basically, it didn't happen, but we came out with this instead.
8 months charism, love.
Hey, Taku, thanks so much for the 8-month resub, tier 1. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so we were like, yeah, we want to see what this new game's all about and whatnot. So when they announced that it was gonna be an FPS, it was sort of like, oh, okay. But we were still interested because my husband, he started in FPS. He was a TFC player like back before it was ever gonna be a big thing. Like he was a CM before CMs were actually like a good thing, you know? Like before it was kind of like, oh, you have no life then, right? So it's like back when, you know, OG things, you know. This is how it was. My husband and I were born into the wrong era, basically, you know? Anyway, moving on. Yeah, Overwatch was going to be an MMO called Titan. But regardless of what actually ended up happening, like you can see like the hero designs that were going to come out in like the art books and stuff. They're all like, yeah, this was stuff that we were going to do. They had tons of stuff, by the way. Like Chris Metzen had books, basically, like whole books written already of the Titan lore, all the characters. Like he had put in work already, but in the end, it's not. Doesn't turn out that way, which is fine. I mean, not complaining about what Overwatch is now, other than the gameplay, you know. Overwatch as it is now, it's a great game. Like, definitely not the wrong move. Definitely the right move, as it is right now. Overwatch. But, I mean... But regardless of that, it was more him. He played it more than I did at first. Like he pre-ordered the Origins edition. We both pre-ordered the Origins edition for ourselves. So, but I never actually played because I was worried about how it would pan out because I'm not an FPS player. I was never good at that kind of thing. I was very bad at it, you know? But Overwatch isn't exactly, it's not like a typical FPS, which is the main reason why my husband doesn't like playing it. He's into the fast-paced stuff like Quake Champions or whatever, but Quake Champions ended up not working very well on his computer. So he just kind of gave up on that, or whatever. But he was built for that style of FPS, the fast-paced, solo play kind of thing, you know? You don't really do you don't need to do as much team-based stuff. Like when he played Team Fortress, yeah, it was team-based, but you're kind of playing for yourself. You're not playing specifically for the team, you know, unless you're playing a hero or whatever class that required it. Like engineer was more team based, I suppose, which was his class. He was, as he tells me, he was like one of the top 10 whatever engineers in TFC back in the day, but that's TFC. And he never really got into Team Fortress 2 because he felt it was a little too repetitive. I mean, your opinion of the game is whatever. I never played it. I don't think I would ever like it. But yeah, like my husband, he was. The funny thing is that like his best two classes in Team Fortress were the Demo Man and the Engineer, and when it came to Overwatch, it's kind of like, well, what do those equate into? Torbjorn and Junkrat. So it's like, yeah. But he was actually an Ana main when he played. He was very good Ana main, but it is what it is. He doesn't feel like playing the game anymore. I don't blame him. He never really got into it like I did. Because the thing is that when we did play together, it was not really the best. It wasn't really the best experience because like it'd be like the two of us yelling at each other like, no, you like, he'd be like, no, you dropped your shield, you got everyone killed because everyone was behind your shield, you dropped it and then they got shot in the face. Like, it's like, I'm solo tagging, what do you want me to do? My shield isn't gonna last forever, I have to do something and our DPS aren't doing anything. It's just... Because the thing is that when the two of us are playing, we could never... He couldn't ever get to play DPS, and he couldn't trust other people to play supports. Because at least when we played MMOs together, we were always playing supports. The two of us would either be playing DPS that synergized together, or I would be playing a support, he'd be playing DPS that synergized. Like that, we'd always play things that synergized together, and it always ended up that we would usually end up being in a support role because that's what we both excelled at. And so it ended up being that oftentimes when we're gonna play the game, we end up playing support because we don't trust anyone else to play a support. I guess we had fun, but I'm just saying, like, whatever synergy we had in World of Warcraft did not translate over to Overwatch because the mechanical gap for me between me and him for Overwatch was too big. Like in WoW, the mechanical skill gap wasn't as big because there's so many. It's the mechanical skill requirement in an MMO is just non-existent, basically. How fast can you mash one button? That's basically what WoW is, you know? I mean, not really, but I'm just saying, like, MMO is like, you mash these sets of buttons. How fast can you mash them? Can you mash them faster than the other person? Okay, you're good. No. No, it wasn't like that at all. There definitely at the time, he was way better than me, and there was also like the disconnect of how my friends at the time, He didn't really like playing with them because he thought they weren't very good. And I was like, wow, that's toxic. Hey there, little K doggy. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Oh yeah, I scale them way down. Way down. Also, like, for this, it's gonna be cropped. It's only gonna be like, it's gonna be like this. 1440 by 1440. But the reason for the cropping, the reason for doing this is in case they ever want to take, whenever they take, whenever I give them the graphic, it's like, do they want to use it for something else? Then I make it so that they can actually use it to for whatever. Because what Pallytime does, he actually used a couple of the emotes that I did for him as like avatars or on his business card. So like this one he used for a while. I don't know if he's still using it. Where's the other one? This one he wanted as for his business card, because originally I drew it like this. It was cropped, and he asked if it could be uncropped. I'm like, it's not. It was drawn in that square, so from then on I just did this. Like, I made sure that I had the full graphic that could be used on something, you know? So now I do this all the time. Yeah, it was a little. It was an awkward moment. I was kind of like, I need to expand the drawing a little bit. You're gonna gotta give me some time to do that. And he was like, oh, okay. So from then on, I should probably just draw the whole thing and then crop after the fact when I shrink. So that way, if they want to use it for something else like that, I don't have to worry about drawing more of the thing, you know? Yeah, I did. That's correct, Slick. Oh. Whoops. few hours from if I have the sketch already done. The sketch itself might take a while though because of just because of how difficult it might be to actually get to the correct image that the client wants, and I forgot to put this on the swatch. God damn it. I have 5 for Fury, but I finished 1 already. So I have 3 more after this. For Fury. And then I have a Chibi commission. And another 5 emote commission order from somebody else that I need to find again. Let's see. Oh, whoops, I forgot to respond to this guy. But yeah, like I've got a fair bit. At least about 10 more to draw. I mean, emo commissions are, but I think I need to close them for a little bit come Christmas time so I can catch up and also take a break. Because generally I leave them open because I don't really get like a high volume, but I've fallen behind on the non-emote commissions and I need to get that stuff done. It's not right to leave the other clients waiting. I mean, one of them, for the most part, like, one of them, he doesn't care how long I take. The other also doesn't care, but I have a rather long window because it's a tattoo commission. He's in the process of having 1 done, and he said that he's got at least about 3 more months on that. So maybe 2 more months on that tattoo being done alone. So I know I have 2 months still to work on his thing, and I don't have to worry too much about it. I mean, I wish I could just keep them open, but I have to remember that I do have a job that I need to stay on top of, and sometimes sometimes I slip a little on it. Not like neglect it, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have the job still, but some things I should be more on top of with it, so that's on me. Yeah, but it's related ish to what I do already on my commissions. Like, because I work for a YouTube channel. Well, I work for a couple YouTube channels. Actually, no, right now I only work for one. Anyway, I work for TGN. They right now are focused on 2 channels, and I do the thumbnails for them. But overall, thumbnail production's been on the lower end, so I kind of feel like I haven't been doing as much. And I really should be getting on top of like all this other work that I need to do because, yeah. Anyway. I mean, I guess, but at the same time, I feel like I'm not. Maybe I'm taking it for granted. I don't know. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. Because on top of all that, I need to make sure I'm giving my husband enough attention and love. Because he puts up with all my shit. I always used Photoshop because back in the day there was no Psy or Clip Paint Studio. Oh, thank you, Slick. I appreciate that. And because there was no Psy or Clip Paint Studio, I just ended up sticking with Photoshop all the way through. Never really had a reason to switch. Maybe one day I will have to, just because of well, I may not have this job in the future, or like generally speaking, like in the future I might not have this job basically because I've moved on, you know, like that kind of thing. Yeah, yes, that was Diva eating a burger. Yeah, what you just saw was like kind of the library that I keep of all of my artwork that I drew for work. Not really. I actually never put anything in it up until my coworkers were like, because you're gonna be gone for BlizzCon, could you like drop all of your custom drawings into the Adobe libraries so that way, just in case, like we can use them while you're not here. I'm like, oh, yeah, I should probably do that. Good night, Party Pig. Thanks for hanging out. My link spammer. But it's so good, Party Pig. What do you mean? Oh no. You carried that game. What are you talking about? I know you did, but that's the clip from my stream. Good night. Kind of. It's usually more I play with my friends who are viewers. Yeah, I know it's not really much of a distinction, but it's just because most of the time when I want to play the game, I just want to sort of chill or whatever, and yeah. I don't want to I don't really want to subject my viewers to my raging. I don't rage a lot, but I just don't. I know how bad I can get, and I don't want to do that to anybody. I mean, to be honest, no. You kind of always have to have a little bit of raging, but I'm just, because of the way I used to be when I played WoW, I don't want to ever say anything to my viewers in case I say something stupid. Like, I've said dumb shit in the past because I got upset over nothing at a friend of mine, and I don't talk to him anymore because what I said was really mean. And I don't know if he cares about what I said, but I used to talk to him pretty regularly all the time before that, and then after I said that, he kind of stopped talking to me, so I'm like, oh. It's only happened once, really, but yeah. It was really dumb of me to say, and I don't think I should have said it in the first place, even though all of my other friends probably wouldn't have cared. that I said it, but just him. For whatever reason, I don't know. It was not good, and I still feel terrible to this day for having said it. It wasn't even anything about what happened in game. It was something else, and I said something really stupid. And I really shouldn't have. So I don't know why I got so angry. And that's the only time I've ever said anything that mean. So I'm pretty sure like the reason he stopped talking to me was because of that. So I don't know. I mean, it was super, super uncharacteristic. It's nothing I would have said otherwise. But because of how my friends can be sometimes, well, back then, the way, you know, people like just, they say super mean things, but they don't really mean it. But I definitely did not mean what I said. But it was really, really mean. And I don't know. I still feel bad about it. No, I don't need a hug, but I just still feel bad about what I said. See, the thing is, I'm pretty sure I did, but at the same time, like, he still never talked to me again after. Yeah, it's okay. It's in the past. No need to get worked up over something that, I mean, doesn't really need to be resolved. I mean, I don't talk to him anymore, really. I mean, like, as it was, he was a friend, but not, like, super close. But, I mean, we kind of... We were basically playing a lot together in, like, our static 5-man for, like, heroics and stuff. Before. But afterwards, I mean... I don't know. I really don't know why I got so set off. It still bothers me. Like, what happened? Why did I say that? Like I said, it was uncharacteristic, and it's whatever now. It's just shit happens. We move on. guess so. Lil K. That would be no bueno. Alright, thanks, Slick. No worries about lurking. Lurk to your heart's content. I mean, I don't think he... Okay. Going back to whatever things are right now, I don't think he has any problem with me. Like, I just think that it ended up being more of a coincidence that what I ended up saying might have just hurt his feelings and just shit happens, whatever, that kind of stuff. But move on. Pretty sure he doesn't really think that I'm like a terrible person now. Hopefully. Hopefully, you know. But yeah. It is what it is. I said something stupid that I shouldn't have said. Well, I'm glad. I mean, at least it turned out better for you in the end. I mean, okay, well, it was better for a while. I'm sorry she broke up with you. That's just the unfortunate result now. I didn't mean it that way, God. She just wasn't the one. Oh, don't say that. No. I'm sure you have friends. So my husband said that he bought me 2 more presents for Christmas. He said he bought me something. My main present is coming in on Wednesday. And this is the one where he said he can't surprise me with it either. Not the monitor, but he was like, yeah, your present's coming in Wednesday. I'm like, will it be like actually an anonymous box? He's like, no. I'm like, well, shit. I'm like, come on, you gotta try to at least have it so I'm surprised when I actually get to open the damn thing. It's like, I like being able to have something like to open and be all like, oh. Finally wrapped my present for him, although I'm not sure if I'm gonna give it to him on Wednesday when the other thing comes in, or what. You got a cat, does that count? Hey, cats are awesome if they're awesome, you know? Cats are awesome friends if they're good to you, not the type of cats that are mean or anything, you know? A Bengal kitten, wow. My husband likes Bengals. Actually, just in general, my husband loves all animals. There's like a thing that, you know how in Fantastic Beasts there's that line that lady says? It's like, have you ever met a monster you didn't love? Or whatever? Like, what was the line? Yeah, I think that's the line. Have you ever met a monster you didn't love? And basically, the way my coworkers put it in terms for my husband, they're like, so has your wife ever asked you, have you ever met a dog you never loved? Or you didn't like? There we go. Have you ever met a monster you didn't... a beast you didn't like? So in my husband's case, have you ever met a dog you didn't like? Basically, no. My husband loves animals. Dogs specifically. Well, dogs in particular because his mom used to run a kennel growing up. Also, his mom bred Cocker Spaniels. And she actually had a champion once. But they had to give up the kennel and that particular breed line or whatever. But my husband said he ran into someone who has one of his mom's champion's progeny. Like, there's actually a breeder nearby who has a Cocker Spaniel from my mother-in-law's breeding, whatever, her champion. Yeah, it's a small world. I'm not really sure. Like, okay, so when we finally get a house, my husband's all like, we're getting a dog. Like, as soon as we get a house, he's like, we're getting a dog. So it's like, okay, well, what kind of dog? He's like, I don't know. Because he loves every dog. And like, he had a dog before. He was an Afghan. And I'm like, why of all dogs would you get the one that has like the most like grooming maintenance? Because he couldn't actually keep up with the hair. So it would get matted a lot. So there'd be like regular times where he'd have to basically chop off all the matted hair. And his dog would just look at him like, what have you done to me? Also, because of how they have all that hair, he has to put a snood over his face so the hair stays out of his way while he's eating, right? And his dog absolutely hated the snood so much. Every time he put it on, he just gave him that look where it's just like, get this thing off of me now. Not gonna lie though, I'm gonna be worried about that dog because I do not know. I've never like properly taken care of a pet. I'm not saying I was bad at taking care of pets, but in Hawaii, you don't keep indoor dogs. They don't exist. All the dogs are outdoor dogs, and you keep them out in the yard on a leash and like in a dog house kind of thing. And it was always such a foreign thing to me when I saw people who actually had their dogs inside. And I was just like, but they're so dirty. Like, they're always covered in dirt and, like, basically, like, Human, why you do this to me? Like, basically. But yeah, I worry for the dog we get. Like, I don't think... I mean, I'm not worried about the dog because my husband's gonna take fantastic care of the dog, spoil the heck out of him. But what about... or her. But what about when I'm at home alone with the dog? I'm just kind of like, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. It's like, what do with dog? Because all the dogs that I ever taken care of, they were outdoor dogs. We never had to worry about, like, taking them out to go to the bathroom or... that kind of stuff. I know it's sad to us. No, I can't do that. The thing though is like, when you have a dog, if you keep them indoors, there's nowhere for them to get dirty, you know. So I don't. If you have an indoor dog, you keep it indoors. That way you don't have to worry about them tracking dirt into the house. But yeah, the whole. I don't know. I don't know. I'm worried about how well I'm gonna be able to take care of the dog. Is what I'm saying. Not only that, it's like you're always worried. Like for new parents, I'm not saying that I'm gonna have a kid anytime soon, but in the event that it might happen one day. So like, I don't know how do you know you're gonna be a good parent? So much stress. But I mean, like, that's still not as bad as having an outdoor dog trying to get inside trying to be inside of a house. Like, outdoor dogs are dirty. Like, holy crap, are they dirty? Like, you can't really pet them because when you pet them, it's just all that dirt on their fur gets onto your hands and you can feel it immediately. Not only that, like, they'll tend to smell more. So if you pet one and it's like, ugh, you smell it, like your hand smells like poo after, you know? I'm pretty sure, like, if my husband saw, like, how we took care of our dogs growing up, he'd just, like, throw me out of the house right now. You're like, how dare you? I'm gonna put it out there. We weren't mean to the dogs. We took good care of them. The thing is that they were outdoors, and it's just like, ah! I'm sorry. Didn't mean to streak into the mic. Be right back. Why must you do that? Anyway, I'm sorry about that. I'm back. Give me 1 second. I need to order pizza. How much can you hear from, like, when I walk away from the computer and, like... Also, hey, Allie. And I don't know why, but that BTTV emote, the overlay emote, is not working for me. They're always like next to them. Yes, I misspelled games on purpose. No, this is the only one I've drawn for this guy. I'm just slow. Thank you, Saku. Anyway, anyone excited for the Overwatch event to start tomorrow? Yeah, I don't care for the arcade. I just want boxes and skins. Like the Yeti event, it was doing the what was it? Me and like some of my friends, we were actually doing the custom games for it. It was actually kind of fun when like you know the people that you're playing with, and then and we're actually trying to see like how much we can like actually bully the Winston. It was interesting because it's like you can see the massive difference in like Winston skill between like all the people that like had to play the Yeti, and we were all like, no, you gotta play the Yeti. These ones, every time I had suicide. Literally jump off the edge like 3 or 4 times to end the game because I'm like, I'm not doing the Yeti because I know I'm gonna lose. I am absolute garbage with Winston. There is a reason why I do not play him at all. And everyone's always like, well, you just hold M1 and W to bully the poor people who can't run away from you. Like, it's not that easy. Like, for me, I just can't play him. I'm absolutely garbage with him. Which is kind of weird. Like, D.Va's my best tank hero. But I can't play Winston. It's like... Hey, Allie. Thank you so much for gifting a tier 1 sub to Janine. Appreciate it. Got that emo. Like Bob making a cute face. Janine, why lurk? Wow. Don't call her one trick. And there goes the damn thing. Oh, it's done. Aha! Did I get baited? Yes, I got baited. God damn it. Do you need to be up early, Jenny? Hey BCV, how you doing? Maybe I should follow it. This line on her mouth, right? I'm drawing the lines myself. Sometimes if it's like a super long arc that needs to be like spot on or it's a perfect circle, then I use pads, but otherwise I just hand draw everything. Draw with love. I mean, I guess. Because the thing is that the way, like, my mom put it this way. Basically, the most beautiful line is a single hand-drawn line. So, yeah. It's like, if I can do it with as few strokes hand-drawn, if I can do it hand-drawn with as few strokes as possible, sorry, my logic, probably gonna look better. At least that's what I try to do. Whether or not I actually pull it off remains to be seen. Well, I mean, considering I've been told I'm disabled, then that makes perfect sense. Guess I should have just gone with the big grin in the first place. Furry, not fury. I kind of changed it, and now I need to actually doctor this out. He's a Heroes of the Storm player. Good night, Saku. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Oh, this is gonna be another one of those situations. Last time, I did an Orphea Ayaya for him, and I wasn't sure if he wanted the blush marks or not, and he said he did, so I need to figure out which he wants for this one. I mean, yeah. The first drawing didn't have blush marks on it, so I had to add those in. I wasn't sure if he wanted them or not, and he said he did, so yeah. So that's it for now. What to do? This is coming, and I've only finished one emote. Something like this, I'd prefer to do path. the bottom part that's bugging me. What's wrong with... Oh my gosh, why is this such a thing that everyone has to be all like memes, It's like, there's nothing wrong with, like... There's nothing wrong with anime. That's the beauty of pats and horizontal flipping. Okay, I don't want to... Oh no! That's unfortunate. Well, welcome back, Lil K. Let's see, I need to make it look frosted. But it's cute emo. He would use for real. Is this similar to the Aztec dab like veto thing? Basically how Aztec refuses to dab. Oh my goodness, you guys are horrible. I wanted to. Oh my god. Can't. What? Okay, whatever. Physical incapability of lining things up in my mind. Yeah, I saw that. I mean, technically it's something that everybody's wanted, right? Maybe not everybody, but a lot of people have wanted it or something, I don't know. I mean, it's cute, but I'm not like a fan of it. I guess I have like issue with it mainly because how everyone's all like, it's a weeb emote. I'm like people have forgotten what the hell weeaboo means. Oh, there's the food. Okay, well I couldn't get very far with this one. Sort of took a while. It took a bit longer than I meant to on the other one, so. Well, then again, I didn't spend too long. It's about my average amount of time on an emote. Anyway. Food is here. And I am working my way through this email. So, thanks guys so much for watching me draw Fury GG. I mean, looks alright. right? Yeah, for those who missed it, I drew Orphea. I didn't draw this on stream. I drew the sketch on stream though, but yeah, like, so Fury, Fury, GG. Yeah. Thanks guys. All the hosts, follows, hubs. Stop! I'll be there in a minute! As my husband yells at me, the food is here. I know! Anyway. Oh, wait, you need help? God damn you! Baited me. Okay. Anyway. Everyone take care. Stop spamming the D colon emotes. I'll see you all next stream. Probably gonna be finishing up the Fury emotes and then moving on to something else, or maybe still working on the Fury emotes for the rest of the week. Who knows? Depends on how quick I am. So I'll see you guys later. Bye. Have a good night.